morning, Idaho. 6:16 on your Thursday morning. A hot one yesterday, even though we didn't make it close to the triple digits like I thought that we might. 95 was the high in Boise. Mountain Home did make it up to 100, and in Twin Falls, 102, if you can believe it. I had a very pleasant viewer actually sent me a message, and he requested that I show the sunrise and sunset times. We have shaved off about 50 minutes of daylight since the longest day of the year, which was back on June 20th, but we are heading into a new month of August. But let's talk about July for a second. 10 days is what we saw over the triple digit mark. That makes us the fourth in the running for the most triple digit days. 30 days were over 90 degrees, and that tied for first for that many days with 2007, and the mean high temperature was actually 97.5 degrees. It was definitely a very, very hot July, and we did break records, especially with that precipitation, as I mentioned about 15 minutes ago. 0.13 of an inch of precip was all we saw in the month of July, and it all came on one day. If you remember that, in the middle of the month, it makes it the 10th driest year on record. That's since July 1st. So definitely some dry fuels out there. Dry lightning is a concern for today. That's why the red flag warnings are in effect for most areas. Not the Treasure Valley, though. And for right now in the Treasure Valley, we are still fairly dry. Seeing those temperatures drop down just a little bit, but quite mild for this time of year. 68 in Boise to start the day. 58 in Twin Falls because they are getting the radiational cooling there with the lack of cloud cover. Let's talk about the cloud cover and the showers that are moving through. Some light scattered showers. I don't think most of this is actually hitting the surface. It's what we call virga, where it evaporates before it hits the surface. So you may notice a few sprinkles out there. I call it spitting, light sprinkles at best. Something else you may notice on your way into work, some very gusty winds. Now the sustained winds aren't all that bad, but it's those immediate gusts that hit you out there coming out of that virga, out of those thunderstorms. Those outflow wind gusts can be very strong, up to 40 miles per hour as we head into the later parts of the day as the thunderstorms continue. That red flag warning that I was talking about, west central and east central mountains, parts of the Magic Valley, all of eastern Oregon. As this cold front works its way through, we may actually see some sunshine here in the Treasure Valley this afternoon, but plan on those cooler temperatures staying with us for today and tomorrow. They don't last forever, though. For our highs this afternoon, 89 degrees. We haven't had 80-degree temperatures since the 13th of July, and there was only one day in July where we were in the 80s. In the Magic Valley, a little bit warmer, right around the 90-degree mark. Might see some breezy conditions as those changes work their way further east. West Central and Boise Mountains, look how cool these temperatures are, especially in the Long Valley. Low to mid 70s. It's been a long time since we've seen that. Those showers, thunderstorm activity will continue throughout the day, and in the Stanley-Sun Valley area, very gusty winds possible, hail possible with these thunderstorms as well. Now take a look at my On Your Side extended forecast. We see a very pleasant Saturday with more sunshine, a high of 90 degrees, and then warm back up next week, back above average into the mid 90s. And it's still August. It is still summer.